one of the reasons I think he's going to be better than he has been and almost as good as he was in Houston. The offensive line is as good as it's been. And take a look at the PFF offensive guard rankings. Zach Martin, number 1 for the Cowboys. Number 2, Quentin Nelson for the Colts. Joe Bitonio was number 3. Turned 32 in 2023. PFF pass blocking grades of 80 or better in each of the past 7 seasons. There should be no immediate worry about any significant drop-off. Wyatt Teller's 10th on this list. Teller came back down to earth a little bit in 2022. 2 really strong seasons as a run blocker with the Browns in 2021. Despite that, his 70.3 PFF grade in 2022, still 18th best mark at that position. And the other thing about Wyatt Teller was banged up last year and the year before. That interior with him, Posick, and Bitonio, that should give Deshaun Watson a lot of room to operate.
Yeah, and I agree with their rankings, and I would say the way that Posick played last year, Teller's probably the weak link of the interior of their line, which is really impressive to say because he's very good. So if your weak link is still one of the top guards in the NFL, that says a lot about how good you are in the middle there. I think that Teller is better as a run blocker than he is as a pass blocker, but at the same time, as you pointed out, he was banged up quite a bit. So I think that was why he came back to earth a little bit, as they said. But even his, quote, down season was still a very good year. So I think that the offensive line's really good. And I think that the tackles are better than they get credit for. I think Jack Conklin is one of the better right tackles in the NFL. And you got Jedrick Wills, who as much heat as he takes, I think the problem with him is that people see that he was a number 10 overall pick, so they're expecting him to be dominant. But he's been kind of a middle of the pack starter, which, is you can win with that. So I think the offensive line in general is actually in really good shape right now.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, and I think that will be a key to Deshaun Watson kind of playing the way he does, and then Nick Chubb as well.